My cats keep on messing with my dice.
Welcome to Atlanteon. I'm DM Nig. Welcome to my homebrew world. Atlanteon is my homebrew world that I've improvised for my friends and am doing my best to keep them and you entertained. I draw from mythology, folklore, literature, all sorts of things that I've read before, and things that I have not read before. Try to make up. We're we're a bunch of friends, and there are several players here, each that play characters. So today we have Odin playing Beestje, the Thrycreen Warlock, Joe playing Gray, the Tabaxi Ranger Warlock, Antonio playing Paladoon, the Kobold Paladin, Tess playing Villicent, the High Elf Sorcerer Wizard, and Amanda playing Rigash, the High Elf Barbarian Rogue Druid. Odin, would you like to say a couple words about Beestje?
Yeah, he's basically a termite, and he has very little spell slots to cast anything.
Thank you. Joe, would you like to say a couple words about Gray?
Big Tabaxi warrior trying to figure things out.
Awesome. Antonio, would you like to say a few words about Paladoon?
Yes, he is a kobold, but not of the timeline that Atlanteon is of, and he's a paladin of Paladine, and is new to this world. So, yeah.
Excellent. Tess, would you like to say a few words about Villicent?
Villicent Bodino Markel, baby-faced elf with a head on her belt.
Excellent.
Right now, at least.
Amanda, would you like to say a few words about Rigash?
So, Rigash is from the frozen Northlands, or in what you all will know as Russia. And they were traveling, and I'm emphasizing, were traveling with a caravan till their entire caravan and friends got squashed and mauled.
Indeed. So
When did you get here?
the party is currently located in the elvish city of Selaire, which is located on the northwestern edge of the Saltlands. It consists of a temple which contains a portal to the plane of growth. Next to the temple, there is a large university at which the party has been regrouping and figuring out their next moves. They were just attacked by what turned out to be a gnomish warship of some kind. That was a large flying chunk of obsidian studded with metal fins that gave off a horribly evil power. A gnome, a different version of a gnome, which is known to the party as Jadwiga, the evil version of her, which is the version of her from the Atlanteon dimension, has just attacked, looking to capture Villicent. Yet the party was able to successfully attack and capture the gnomish queen, and now drove off the gnomish warship without their queen. So now she is captive to you all, and the gnomish warship has just flown away, and as you can see, the party is all assembled. You are at the base of the mountain, where the warship had landed, down by the the ramp to the mercantile area.
Say gnomish warship 10 times fast.
Gnomish warship, gnomish warship, gnomish warship, gnomish warship.
Ah,
Didn't
Yeah, that
Billy
is a tongue twister.
yeah.
Didn't-
I'm too goofy. I've got Billy serious now.
didn't Billy like stab Jadwiga in like the chest or something, or did that not actually happen?
She
No, I pinned her.
whacked her with her
Excuse you.
rapier.
Are you Jadwiga? I'm not Jadwiga. Oh, I'm goofy today. Okay. No, I pinned her in place with my rapier.
Oh,
As she was disanimating.
Was I
and
wrong?
I attached her to my belt. I don't know. I was too busy wanting to answer instead because he was talking to me. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, she's attached to my belt, and I'm glowing.
Yes. Villy's runes are glowing brightly, and you watch the Gnomish warship flying off into the distance, and you're all standing with, there's several bodies lying around defeated Gnomish clockworks as well, so you can investigate them if you want. Anyone who wants to loot can make investigation checks.
nom, 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 loot. That's
Right.
wisdom, right?
I'll make an investigation check.
Yes, it is wisdom.
Try to figure out what the heck these things are made out of.
That was an 18 for me.
18.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Means I
24.
get to scavenge the remains of the people who had killed my friends. Then yeah, sure.
I'm doing a specific investigation on Jadwiga. Like, I'm looking into this Jadwiga mostly, and not necessarily the other clockworks.
Okay. So you're looking at the giant walker that Jadwiga was mounted on?
Yeah, and I'm
Got a
also looking at
22.
her extra eye, or like her cybernetic eye base, the cybernetic parts.
Mhm.
Just trying to gauge whatever Arcanotech we're dealing with, but I got a 17.
Excellent.
Unless it can be Arcana, and in that case, it would be a 21.
Okay. So, Gray, what did you roll?
26.
26. Holy cow. Great. So Villy is concentrating specifically on the walker. Beestje, you're looking at the soldiers, right?
No, I was looking at the looting of Jadwiga.
So you're looking at the walker as well?
Oh yeah, looting.
Okay. And Rigash, are you checking the soldiers or the walker?
I just think that I'd have the best loot, so that way I can take the most from this nation.
Not to mention that now that the ship is gone, you can investigate the wreckage of your caravan as well, if that is more important to you.
That's going to make me more sad, so no.
You
Okay.
mean angry.
Because
When
you
I
never
see
know if there
everyone-
might be
Just and angry.
you never know if there might be a survivor in there.
I
When,
think when I see the
when I
caravan,
see everyone going towards the walker and the things, I beeline behind them and go to the caravan. They
Okay.
had stuff to
That'd
sell.
be too nice of you, Dad.
Ah. Wow, that hurts.
can I contact Sephora through the Scrying Globe?
But sure, I'll go ahead and
yes, you
check
can.
to see if there is any survivor.
I would say let's handle
we
that
can do that
after
first.
after the investigation checks.
Yeah.
So those of you who are investigating the walker, you find it's made of a very high strength metal, it's kind of stacked rings. That make long tubes and have all sorts of are filled with all sorts of obsidian. It's almost like obsidian is used in place of cement, and then it's banded around by metal to animate it more or less. Um, there's all sorts of extra tools and stuff that are mounted on the inside, and there's an interface where at the top that the head of her slots into. You find that same thing on all of the different gnomish clockworks. On almost all of them, once the machine broke down, the life support broke down. So each of the gnomish heads it's like they suffocated. Um, so they're all in different, the faces are in different contortions. And all of the faces have cybernetics that appear and disappear into their skull. Like a couple have hoses and wires coming out. A couple have like little range finders. A couple have like little antennas. So there's a variety of different morphological changes on the individual gnomes' heads, but the bodies are all kind of like interchangeable parts. Some of them are made to be heavier. Some of them are made to have different body configurations, like the Displacer Beast one. But they're all kind of based on more or less relatively familiar body patterns. Inside are as you look on the inside, there's a variety of different liquids on the inside that drive different pistons and stuff like that. There's a huge pressure vessel that is made out of precious metals and precious crystal, as well as a variety of capacitance, batteries. There's all manner of things that are harvestable on the inside for anyone with a technical or tool-bearing background. For anyone with an eye for value, obviously these are very highly milled parts and would be valuable wreckage to just about anyone who does salvage.
I would go ahead and take the. I would go ahead and take like gemstones and stuff like that, so that way I can go ahead and give them to to poor people and stuff like that. So that's that way they can afford to have lives.
Excellent. So Paladoon begins collecting harvesting a bunch of the precious crystal from the inside, but there's far more than you can carry, especially in the larger walker.
Can I grab some obsidian?
Absolutely. How much would you like to take? And I guess you're gonna put it in your bag of holding.
I don't have a bag of holding.
Oh, you're gonna carry it?
Yeah.
I have bag of holding.
But okay, but what is the obsidian shaped like?
It's kind of like bones. The bones are made of obsidian, and then they're banded and reinforced with bands of a grayish metal, and there are also fins that run along the outside to help stiffen it.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take one of those bones, right? Or do I have to weld it off first?
You'd have to find some way to chip it off.
All right, yeah, I'll work to weld one of the bones off. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you put some protective covers over your eyes and put your claws together and you begin striking at the obsidian. It's going to take you a few rounds to cut a chunk off.
All right.
Paladoon, you feel an immense source of evil from Jadwiga's head.
I would like to go ahead and investigate the head.
I can do that too.
Okay, so Beestje, you also feel the its strong infernal presence.
I don't mind. I'm just gonna...
If you look at it's coming from inside Yadviga's head. The glowing replacement eye in her right eye seems to be a bright red gem. Amanda.
Remember, the head's on Billy's belt right now.
Yes.
And what you see is Billy just holding, like, I'm investigating her clockwork, and I'm holding up the scrying globe, and I think I'm not even looking at it, but just contacting Sephora and telling her about there may be some injured in the caravan, but I think it's safe here now. Maybe contact some of the druids and come, I kind of look at, was it Rigash?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, I've got some healers coming. Maybe some people who can cast Revivify, if some of them can do that.
I yell over to Paladin. Oh, hey, Paladin, you want to check that out? I'm kind of busy over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and check out the. I'm gonna go ahead and check out the. Oh wait,
evil.
What was it?
The source of evil.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out the source of evil.
It is a large gem that it replaces Yadviga's right eye.
Am I able to safely remove it?
Are you going to reach in and pull it out?
It's on my belt. Talk to me.
Well, I would like some tools in order to try and extract it without actually physically touching it. But
yeah, you might want to save that for later. But
yeah,
it's hard to ignore its presence because it is so strong. Gray,
Okay.
you were checking out the walker as well?
No. I saw everybody go that way. I'm going to the caravan, baby.
Right. So you go over to the caravan and
3 magical items and bodies.
Yeah, you see there the caravan has been crushed. It was made of a similar kind of they're made of a similar kind of glass, but it wasn't an obsidian glass. It was more of a crystalline like salt glass. But a similar sort of technology, but without the metal fins banding it.
Do I see any remnants of the cute tabaxi?
No, the cute tabaxi was the one that was mauled.
Yeah, she was one of the ones that was eviscerated by the displacer beast one.
I was still looking for the remnants.
Yeah, you find the remnants. I mean, she's from about the sternum up is not so destroyed.
I'll check for gear.
Ooh, interesting. You find roll because she wasn't located at the caravan, so roll another investigation check for that.
Roger that. What the heck did I just do to myself? There. Investigation. $22.
22. So you find you find a pouch. You find a small scrying globe that is hidden, that is sewn into a hidden pocket in her jacket, as well as she seems to have about 15 different knives secreted around her body.
Well, I'm collecting daggers.
Yeah, and
our rogue system is very much full of dangerous people.
And
besides the fact that they have claws
Could
and
maybe still be revivified.
She's gonna wonder where her loot went.
You also find her holy symbol, as well, which is a holy symbol for Tenoyander, the mystic, who is the tiger in the zodiac.
How do you spell that, please?
TENNO Yandur. And and they are the cat god. They are the tiger god.
Nice.
Corresponds with Leo in the zodiac, and is one of the planets in the sky.
Sweet. Once I'm confirmed that she's fully dead and I strip her body, I'll move towards the caravan to continue.
Okay. There was also the orc who died right next to her.
Oh well, yeah, that would check the orc before I moved.
He was a cleric.
No,
He's
the
orc.
Tabaxi was the cleric. The orc was
I thought I made the orc the cleric.
Nope, you made the orc the paladin.
Oh yeah, that's right. I made the orc the paladin.
You find his holy symbol, which is a totem of snake, who corresponds to Tiamat. Also the principal
Tiamat.
but Tiamat as the principle of Yin, as the goddess of Yin. So he was
not the five-headed dragon Tiamat.
no, the five-headed
No.
dragon Tiamat does not exist in Atlanteon.
Dang it.
Tiamat is however the name of the unspeakable name of the infernal empress as well in her avatar form. So, the same as the celestial emperor is the avatar form of Bahamut, also known as Lunas. The two moons in the sky are actually named after Bahamut and Tiamat. So the large moon is named Lunas, and the small moon is named Mena, and the brother and sister, the celestial and infernal emperors, emperor and empress.
So what you're telling to me is that you said unspeakable name. I'm
Yes.
sorry. I just can't pronounce it. Tia.
Yeah.
I just can't pronounce it. I'm so sorry. I can't speak it.
Yes. But that's who he was a paladin to. You find a similar amount of gold. You find a weapon which burns with an internal fire, and smells spicy of magic, and
What is it? A sword?
it is an axe. It is a
Axe.
large battle axe. And it burns with not an evil energy, but it was created in infernal fires. You also between the two of them, you find about 1,000 gold.
There we go.
They are very well. They had, and a lot of it was like sewn into their coats, as well. It was
Smart raiders like me with many pockets. I like it.
actually it's supposed to be hidden so that way they can keep track of it and be on the move easily and quickly if they need to. You also find tucked in the deepest parts of their secret pockets. You find a little crystalline glass chip that has a series on each of them, that has a series of looks like some sort of writing as inclusions inside the glass. But it's super fine, and you'll need a strong magnifying glass or spell to read it.
Okay.
And you also find a similar, exactly the same as the one on the Tabaxi scrying globe.
Sweet. They must talk to each other like that.
So then you're going to go and search the caravan.
Yeah, my next turn I'll go to search the caravan.
Okay, Villy, you contact you're examining the walker, and Sephora's face appears in your scrying globe. She looks at you and you relay the information that you said, and she said and she says, thank all the gods. Your children are safe. We're down at the babysitters, and shall I bring them back to back to their parents? You're muted, Tess. There we go.
I think so. Yes. I don't think now's the time to be hiding things and people.
We will do that. Contact us if you need us, or once you know more. I shall send help. I shall send help presently.
Oh, and tell them I found mom and dad. I found their mom and dad. I found Vishamus and Elspeth. They're fine.
Excellent. They're yes. They're all safe. They're all safe. The girl, and you hear yay coming from the background. We shall see you at the residence later, perhaps. And
Yes.
and her face fades away.
Okay.
Rigash.
Yeah.
So you've managed to you've found all the interesting loot around on the walkers, and do you take any sort of records or anything like that so that you can present back, or?
Yeah, I'll take some records so that way I can have evidence on who on round of people from the same area, or possibly the people who destroyed like pretty much almost all the caravan that I was part of.
Mm-hmm. Roll me an insight check, Amanda.
Got a 9.
Oh man, you remember during the last time that you were back at home base. You remember there was something in one of the briefings about Gnomish clockworks, but you don't remember exactly what it was. But it was like, oh yeah, and if you see anything like this, do this. But you don't remember what the thing to do was.
Ah, crud. This is gonna be nice and dangerous.
So, who haven't we gone through yet? I think we've gotten to everyone. So,
we
next
just didn't go through my Arcana check.
Okay.
We'd have to. My Arcana check was a 21.
21.
On
Okay.
Advika stuff.
So, when you as you're examining Jadwiga, you open her, and when Paladoon wants to examine the eye, you see the gem on the inside, and as you make you realize, and you remember being told the story, that Jadwiga telling you the story about how she had about how when she was with the previous party, when they were trying to escape the Isle of Dread, they had to put a large evil red gem back into, or take it out of the eye of a large statue where it had been that had been of Paladine, but when evil gem had been put into the eye socket of the statue, it turned into a statue of Grumsh the Destroyer. And that was what had caused the entire. That's what had caused the entire purge. It was all Grumsh. It was all Grumsh's influence.
Well, I know it was all Grumsh, but that
was
taking the eye out.
Right,
Was that the instigator of the entire thing?
Yes, and that's what hived the Isle of Dread off into its own pocket dimension, as well as Castle Amber.
Ooh, okay.
And now,
do I know what kind of gem this is?
It's a giant ruby.
Just a giant ruby. Cool. Would I be able to know what, as a researcher, would I be able to get more information on this gem and what its potential is, like arcana-wise and stuff?
You could certainly take it into the university and study it.
Yeah. Okay.
Gray, your book seems to have slipped off of your belt and is lying on the ground in front of the party.
I haul ass to go get it.
Okay, so Gray runs over to the book. Everyone's kind of pretty close to the book at this point, and as you get close, the book flops open. The pages begin flipping quickly, and it finally flips to a certain spot, and air begins sucking into it. All of you,
everyone, grab onto something.
You are all.
I try my best to slide, and I'm gonna try to like scoop and slap.
Everybody, make a dexterity save.
Okay.
That is a 13 plus dexterity saving throw plus 1. 14.
Ah!
5. Take it or leave it.
18.
Rigash.
16.
Gray, what did you roll? You all the force of the attraction pulls all of you in, and you all go tumbling onto the inside.
All of us?
All of you.
Okay. Well, I was in the
Onto the
process of
inside of what?
something.
My book.
You are all sucked into the book. And
I was doing something.
And you all
We all were.
along with Yadwiga's head are all
I was wondering why you had a fucking battle set today.
are now all you all have fallen in front of what appears to be a large temple of some kind.
Not this place again.
This place again, where are we?
I'm scrambling, looking for the book. Scrambling, just like. I see it anywhere.
There is no book here.
What are you looking for?
He's looking for the book that sucked us in. Probably
Okay.
came with her.
Okay, no one touch anything. No one go inside. It's all cool. We just got to find a way to get back. It's all gonna be good.
Is
All
this
good,
a pocket
okay?
dimension?
It's no
This
pocket
is
dimension. We just teleported.
we're
Teleported to a different
we're
place.
outside my sanctuary, and I'm sorry if any of you are cold.
Already,
Because
it's
if
cold.
you see the mountains, my sanctuary is up high in the mountains. So if you're prone to
It
cold
was
and stuff
winter
like
in
that,
Solaire, so.
It certainly
Yeah, so
is. And
probably
it's
snowing
Where
and
did we
everything
get
here.
it is
Oh.
it is actually a howling snowstorm.
Oh.
All the prayer flags you see strung across are all flapping in the gale force winds
I have a +5 resistance to cold, so maybe
You
just
are
keep that
you
in
are a
mind.
lucky
Okay,
man.
you are very lucky because
I'm not.
you're standing out there in your just in your exoskeleton really. So you've got a couple of pockets and maybe a cloak or something if you feel affectatious, but your people aren't really big on clothes, just tools.
All we
I'm
need.
gonna try to make my way to the front door, check, make sure none of the traps are set, and try to open the door to get us.
Traps? No, thank you.
I think I said when I first landed, don't touch anything. Don't go inside.
I'm not.
So
Excuse a what now?
Are we actually on the same plane? How far away is this from Solaire?
Very far away. We're somewhere in the
I've
east.
never traveled the distance. I've always been teleported, and as far as I can tell, if you look way down a few hundred miles or so, you might be able to find Solaire. We're in the middle of a mountain range.
Why did I put the skeleton key on Alabaster's neck?
So,
yeah, I'm gonna
Gray-
check the front
Gray
door
leads
and
you
see if I can get in.
Gray leads you forward through the snow. None of you are obviously not. You've got on some warm gear, but the Solaire winter was nowhere near like this. The air is also extremely thin, so you feel like you must be very high in elevation. Beestje, this doesn't affect you quite as much, but the others you immediately feel a little lightheaded from mild hypoxia. Especially
well,
at
I'm not gonna have that much trouble with the cold either, since my character's a bit more accustomed to it, since born in
the
frozen
cold isn't
plains.
bothering you. What's bothering you is the elevation.
Yeah.
So you all follow right in Gray's footprints as he kind of zigs and zags around the yard a little bit, and you're not sure you want to know what he's zigging and zagging around, but it's all buried in snow anyway. So he seems to have trod this path many times.
I check and see if my scrying globe still works.
So you pull it out, and who are you trying to contact?
The Seamus.
Vishamus. So you think of Vishamus and his answering service appears.
Hey, just wanted to let you know we're fine. I'm fine. The girls are on their way back to you. I'll let you know if there's trouble. This is confusing. I pulled the scrying globe out. I don't know if it's like FaceTime. I'll figure it out.
You can use it that way if you wish. It's directed more by your will. It's like what you wanted to see. So.
Okay.
Got a question. Can I contact my Lord and Savior, the Queen?
Yes, you can.
All right. I have to make a.
Basically, is his lord
religion
and savior,
check.
though, even though it's his mother.
Once I notice everyone calling people. Oh wait.
28.
Yeah. Once I notice everyone calling people, I scream back to everyone and say, "If you're gonna make calls, make them before we get inside. It's probably not gonna work when we get in."
All right. I mean, that's what I'm doing now. So.
Excellent. So Beestje stops in the snow and takes his pose, and contact calls home to the Queen of the Dark Hive, and she answers and says, "Yeah, yes, my son."
Oh, hey, do you know where we are? I mean, like, I know you're not, like, psychic or anything, but, like, do you know where we are? Because, we're kind of lost.
You are so Beestje, you are so clever. I'm not psychic. I cannot see exactly where you are now, but from your surroundings, I would imagine that you are that you're either somewhere in the somewhere in the mountains of the central plateau of the central continent, or you might be somewhere near the halfling city of Andu.
Okay. Or here's another question. How far away would we be from the city of Solaire?
Oh, no, both of those places are very remote from Solaire. Solaire doesn't have any mountain ranges of that size near it.
Okay, so like estimation, like how far away are we from Solaire right now?
Well, let me measure the lay presence around you. And she concentrates for a second, and she says, "Oh, you are 8 cycles away from me. 8 of the 24 around the planet. So you are a third of the way around the planet."
Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks. That was really helpful. All right, bye-bye.
Ta-ta! Call
Hugs and
if you're
kisses.
going to be late.
I won't.
Let's see. Who else wanted to? Who else wanted to make a call?
Got no one to call to since my family doesn't got none of these scrying globes or
Actually,
magic
you do. As the last surviving member of your team, it's your job to call home base and tell them what happened.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Unless, of course, you
dialed
want.
them up really quick.
Unless, of course, you don't want to call them for some reason.
Nah.
'Cause they might blame it on you.
And I'm just like, oh yeah, that's right. Just gotta quickly dial up my home base.
Okay, so you call the defense directorate at the City of Glass at Lepa Vincius.
Wait, City of Glass?
Yes,
Yeah.
The same City of Glass that
the same City of Glass.
I went.
Yes.
Okay, I'll shut up.
So you pull out your miniaturized scrying globe, which is meant to be hidden on you in case of contact, but you're not supposed to let anyone see this special little one. You're supposed to use like the stunt one for any other regular thing. This one is only to call the city of its only contact is to the City of Glass. So you call into it, and immediately the face of the construct handler appears there. The metal mask says, "Please enter your operating number."
Oh gosh, what is that again?
You know what it is. You've entered it several times. You don't need to decide what it is. Just say that you enter it.
Okay, I enter it.
Thank you. You will be connected shortly. The metal mask disappears, and the face of a very concerned looking high elf, with jet black skin and blonde hair, and piercing blue eyes, appears there, and this is your handler, the handler of your team, back in the City of Glass. He says, "Hi, Elf. It's good to see you. We lost telemetry on all of your vehicles. We feared the worst."
Yeah, because that actually did happen though. Like, first off, Cat and Orc, they got mauled to death by a machine displacer beast. Then everybody else got squashed by a huge ship of some kind from the infernal realm or whatever. they're
Ships from
called.
the infernal realm.
Yeah.
Enter the description.
So like they were like made out of obsidian or obsidian glass, whatever, and they had like these. Wait, what was the description of them again?
They were made of dark obsidian glass with metal fins that radiated an infernal energy out of them.
Okay. So like they're made out of dark obsidian glass, and like they had like these sharp metallic fins that extruded out from it that was radiating way too high levels of infernal energy.
Infernal energy, you say? Well, it sounds like a
Yep.
Gnomish ship, but
Yes, it is.
having Gnomish ships powered by infernal energy is new.
Yeah, I got an idea that like the gnomes of the Infernal Empire, yeah, they're plotting something.
Gnomes of the Infernal Empire, but they were
No,
but
no, I don't think
they
the
were
gnome
they
from
were
our
defeated
territory
100 years
though.
ago.
Yeah, no, I think they're going to try and go for round 2.
This is disturbing
I
news.
just had to take a
Uh,
hunch.
You said that you said that what became of this vessel? Are they still there?
No, they left because one of the people that I'm currently hanging with, because clearly nobody else of my caravan is alive. Yeah, they took the like, I'm pretty sure like in the queen's or something's head, like from the
You've
gnome
got one of
people.
their heads. You must evacuate the area immediately. The gnomes do not tolerate anyone seeing any parts of them. They will come back to destroy all the evidence almost immediately.
Oh, that's going to be so nice for the city of Solaire.
Yeah, their tactic is to appear to be leaving, and then once the alarms go away, they return and destroy the evidence.
So I go ahead, like, cover up like the little scry and go really quick, and I shout out, like, "Hey, Other High Elf! I think your city's in trouble."
What now?
So I got some news from a source that you are not allowed to know. Yeah, they use this tactic where they go ahead and leave, and once all the alarms stop ringing, they come back for round 2 and like destroy all evidence. So yeah, they're coming to try and take back their queen's head.
Seamus, I'm sorry to leave another message, but apparently they might be coming back.
While the rest of our
Thank you,
party is in the freezing cold, acting sus as hell, have I made it to the door and got in?
You're getting to the door. I mean, all of this free speech kind of happens as people are walking. So you were about
Ray and Oliver are the only ones that have actually made it to the door. Everybody else is on business calls.
The wind is carrying me as my 90-pound body can barely take all this.
Gray, you roll me a perception check.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. All right, let me see.
Be positive. Trust your
I
dice.
don't know, man. My dice just swung on me.
You have to befriend your dice. They have to trust you, and you have to trust them. The fact that I'm 100% serious.
If Gray didn't roll a
All right.
1, we wouldn't be in this situation right now.
First of all, I'd like to hate all of you for talking about my dice, and my answer is a 1.
What? You're not doing a dice generator, are you?
Yep.
You're doing
No.
a dice generator? You are or you're not?
Damn.
If
You
he's
are?
not doing one, and Tony has a
Physical
perfect
dice.
good
Roll me
dice
another
jail.
Dice.
roll me another D20 to see how bad it is.
Got it.
Physical dice,
You're,
wash them in a salt bath and put them under the full moon.
11.
Okay, so as you're walking, you feel and hear a click under your right foot.
Boom.
I don't move.
So those of you who are following Gray through it, he stops still, and it's 2 steps before the right in front of the door. And
Hey, Gray.
you hear some voices from behind you. You hear Beestje muttering, making like some zzz noises. You hear Rigash whispering it into a scrying globe. You hear Villy shouting at Vishamus's answering machine. And Paladoon, in the meantime, is right behind you, bumping into your legs like, "Oh, hey, what's going on?"
Paladoon, do you have anything heavy?
He is the heavy thing.
Yeah.
That's a great point. What I need you to do is I need you to put your body where my hand is at the same time, and then I'm gonna open the door and do some stuff, and then you can move after I tell you.
I
I
think
have
he
a
just stepped on
really
a
bad
landmine.
idea. I have a really bad idea. Green's armor. Green's armor. On.
Imagine he comes back at the wrong second and just goes like, okay, dude. And just walks off and everything explodes.
I'm gonna let Paladoon make that call. Does he feel more comfortable holding it for a second, or does he want me to put a piece of metal that could blow away?
Hey, Gray, I can actually get you out of this situation. What if everyone needs to do is just move away for a second, right? All I gotta do is touch you, dimension door you out of there, and you're gonna be fine.
No, really. We need to go. I need to go inside and take care of this.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Never mind.
It's called a chain reaction. Let's not do that.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah,
have to demonstrate all of us out of here.
I'm okay with pressing this down for a second because I at least have control over myself.
Okay. So
I'm gonna prepare a
slide my
reaction to
hand-
Thunderstep Paladoon.
to a half point,
Okay.
and I let him get on there, and as he pushes his weight down, and I let my hand slide away as he's pushing it away, taking the
Okay.
full brunt.
So Paladoon slides his claw-toed boot, metal shod boot over the trigger mechanism, which is a small stone peg that's been replaced, poking up from the flagstones that are all covered in snow, of course.
That's definitely a landmine.
And so
And
now
Paladoon, you see Billy holding up a prepared spell ready to get you out of there if I need to, and I make eye contact. I got you.
Paladoon, of course, heroically
Think
taking
like
the
you're in
danger
trouble.
onto himself. The party gains 1 point of momentum.
Oh, yay! I don't know what
We
that
put
is.
that under inspiration.
Yes, it's like an inspiration kind of effect.
Where you can just add it to what?
A roll?
How long does it last, and what
you
does it
spend
apply
it,
to?
and he lets the effect happen.
It's a permanent thing that I keep track of. Like if several people roll really badly, that'll earn you a point of doom, and then if really heroic or super in character things are actions are heroically taken to save one another or working together, you guys get a point of momentum.
Do we need to keep track of them?
No, I keep track of it.
Okay.
Okay, so are we back? No, it's not back on yet.
I'm gonna
So-
roll dice like 15 times to clear the bad ones out here.
So you are all right next to the front. Gray, you're going in through the front door once you're clear.
Yeah, so I can try to find the spot to disable.
Excellent. Roll me another perception check as you cross the threshold.
Oh God, come on, baby, give me some love.
This
Get
time
physical
don't fail
dice.
us.
17.
Woo!
Okay, so you're going in there. You're like, okay, stay right there, and I'll be right back. You turn and you're about to walk through, and you see whoop, right at eye level a just about invisible tripwire.
Damn it, she's still playing around. Okay, do I have enough room I can duck under?
Yeah, it's at your eye level, and it seems like it was set there specifically at your eye level.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Okay, so
I know what time it is.
so you're gonna grin and
Yeah,
duck
I'm gonna
under.
duck under.
Roll me
Yeah.
a perception check.
Oh, here we go. Oh, 21.
As you're like ha ha, and you duck under it. As you look down and you see that there's another even better hidden one lower. That you'll have that it's set right at like 3 feet, like hip level. So you have to either limbo under it, or you have to try and sneak between the two.
I'm
to
gonna
the
try to
mid-level.
limbo under it. Acrobatics.
Yeah, but this is something that you could take 20 on if you want. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
because you're not in a tactical situation here, and it's not like you're having to balance or disarm it. You're just
Okay. Yeah.
avoiding.
So I'm just gonna take my time. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's enough. It was more you needed to notice it in order to
Yeah.
get past it. If you want, you can take a couple rounds to disarm them as well, because
Oh no, I need you to let everybody else in. Yeah.
yeah, you
Someone
can
get in and disarm.
You can disarm them, and Rigash can disarm them as well.
Oh god.
So you take a
Help, buddy.
So you take a couple minutes to do it, Rigash. If you go up there to look at the workmanship of the traps, you're like, oh hey, yeah, this is pretty good work. You're actually
No, traps, I've seen them.
yeah, you're pretty impressed. The rest of you, are you going to follow Gray inside?
I'm staying out with
yeah.
Paladoon until the traps are disarmed.
Okay. So Beestje is going to follow Gray inside. Rigash is going to follow Gray inside. Villy is going to stay outside with Paladoon. And Paladoon, you said that you were going to go inside? So you're going to take your foot off the thing that Gray asked you to...
No.
Okay, good.
What's he doing?
I was was wondering the same thing. I mean, I saw him give the
Billy
thumbs
was
up.
there to
So
stop him, and be like, "What are you doing?"
That's
That's probably exactly what that was. What are you doing?
that's the DM equivalent of, are you sure you want to do that? Okay, so Paladoon, you almost start to walk forward, and Billy's like, wait, and you're like, oh yeah.
Please confirm your transaction.
I don't think he's done yet. Wait till he's given the word.
And Gray, what are you going to do once you? So Gray, Beestje, and Rigash, the three of you find yourselves inside a large open room.
Oh shit. Okay. So I immediately look at Beestje and I say, "Do you need to breathe?"
Do I need to breathe?
Yeah.
DM, do I need to breathe?
You can you breathe through your skin, so you can handle oxygen levels that are lower than most than people who breathe on the inside.
Okay.
However, if you are placed underwater, you can absorb some oxygen, so you can survive for a while. If you're in hard vacuum, you can survive that for longer than most people. But you also absorb like toxins and stuff pretty
Okay.
readily through your skin pores.
I speak to Gray. Yeah, what that mysterious voice said right there.
Okay. Yeah. So I say, "Well, I'm
Mysterious
sorry.
voice.
Don't move. And if you guys see anything gaseous or anything like that, hold your breath the best you can."
Okay.
And then I
Stop.
go over to where the pillar is that would have the disarming for the outdoors.
Okay.
And I look for where the disarming is, so I get the other two in the building at least.
Roll me a perception check.
You
Me?
already told
Sorry.
Anyone who
So-
wants to look for the traps.
Okay.
14.
14. Roll me another
Ooh.
perception check, Gray, please.
Damn it.
What did you roll, Beestje?
2.
Rigash?
Why am I rolling so low today?
I will stick with my previous answer. For some reason, this thing is rolling back to backs tonight.
And I'm using actual dice, physical dice.
Yep.
Give them a salt bath and put them under the full moon and tell them that you trust them.
Rigash, what did you roll?
Develop a ritual.
What am I rolling? Wait, what am I rolling for? Like
Your
investigation or perception?
Investigation to find traps.
Yeah. 15.
15. So, as you step inside with Beestje, Beistje's looking around. like looking up overhead to see if there's anything gonna fall down on him, and you hear him step and you hear a click from the board that he steps on.
Oh my god. Beestje, you just set off a trap. Now there's probably going to be gas coming through.
No.
Gray. So you look around the door frame for a pole or something to disarm it, and it just seems to be hanging there, super obvious, right next to the door. It's like, can't miss me. Does it
look familiar?
No, this is new. I mean, all of these traps that you've just found are all new.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Yeah.
I have a cantrip, True Strike. Can I True Strike that lever right there? It allows me to see like any of its defenses. No.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and hit the lever and kind of just after I hit it, prepare myself.
So you pull the super obvious lever, and you see the little trigger mechanism that's attached to the lever breaks and goes tink, and you hear above you.
You just press the big red button.
Roll me a dexterity save.
All of us?
No, just Gray.
Okay. It's not gonna be too hard for you, Gray, unless
Standard
you roll a 1.
dexterity or acrobatics?
Acrobatics it will work as well.
17.
So you do a quick backflip out of the way, and a huge barrel full of iron tillings goes and smashes itself right in the spot that you were just standing.
All right.
And you notice that all of the iron tillings inside it are all cat shaped, and they all have kind of like crude grins scrawled on them.
Yeah, we're playing. I see how she is. So I'm just gonna fuck it. I'm gonna scream out the door. On 3, both of you just run inside.
Paladoon and I are playing Thumb War. Okay.
And then I go 1, 2, 3, run.
Paladoon and Villicent, please make dexterity saves.
Come on.
1.
No.
Stop that. Don't say
God.
that.
My heart. Dirty 20. Darty 20.
Okay.
Dex save?
Yes,
Yes,
dex save.
come on, Paladin. Come on, boy.
14.
14. So both of you run in. Paladoon slips and Villicent kind of like grabs the back of his armor and hauls her in backwards as you see all manner of razor rakes rise up out of the snow and just go behind you as you outrun each one of them. Chases you all the way up the path. And the two of you land on the floor inside in a spray of snow.
I say, what?
Where
do you come from?
Once you're inside, Beestje is standing about 2 steps inside the door, and Rigash is like, whoa, wait. And all of you are like, and like Tess's Villicent's face, like
Who's Tess? Tess doesn't exist.
Villicent's face, like it is landed like less than a foot away from Beistje's foot, and you turn and look, and you can see the piece of wood that's been depressed, that his foot is standing on.
Bruh.
Do I move?
So I tell everyone, I say, okay, gently stand up, Beistje, stay still. This is where we train. This is where I come from. So if you can't survive the traps, you're not good enough. It's a thing. So, Paladoon, you got that good sniffer still, right? sniff her out. And I draw my sword.
Sniff who out?
Everybody just
Paladin,
stay
roll
safe.
me a perception check.
Okay then, that is wisdom, which is
One.
+6 for me. Because I have proficiency in that. That is 23.
How much?
23.
23. So immediately you smell infernal, but not evil.
Yes. Where is she?
It's from below. Your nose starts leading you across the floor, right over next to the false panel that had been
We did
opened
last
before.
time?
Yes.
All right. I walk up to the panel. As I see him going to it, I'm walking behind him,
Mm-hmm.
and I just scream at the panel, "Cut your shit and get up here!"
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh god.
Another cat. I'm going to stab both of you.
It is a 21.
Which is good because she rolled a 1.
You've been rolling shit lately, Mick.
Everyone is
I
rolling
did 2
shit.
back-to-back
I'm rolling
then.
fantastic.
I'm not rolling.
5, 2, 9.
Stepping from the shadows, right behind, right next to, out of the erupted barrel of iron filings, comes an extremely short tiefling.
Gray, did you say you draw your sword or you draw a weapon?
Oh yeah, I drew it already. Yeah.
Okay, when you do that, I draw my rapier as well.
Okay, but so you hear a voice from behind you. Oh, fine. And you turn and look, and rising up out of the pile of iron tillings is an extremely short tiefling.
I put my sword back in the case, and I look at her and say, "Time for training is not when there's a bunch of people that are guests."
Yes, and you're bringing guests here. Why?
Because the book sent us here. Why?
The book sent you here. What does the book know?
Obviously more than both of us, because I'm here twice.
Yes,
We
well,
have to get back.
yes, well, she bows to you, Grand Master. What do you want?
Well, I want to get back to Solaire and find out what is here that could possibly help us. We got attacked by these someone who knows more about these people. The people that fell down, attacked everyone.
Gnome clockworks. In
A
an
bunch of
obsidian
clockwork
ship
gnomes.
with infernal power in their ship.
And I point at her belt and I go, "Look, there's a head.
Head.
Ooh,
You
a
want to play with
head.
the head for a little while?"
She's going
She's
to
like,
go ahead.
"Ooh, you brought a head?"
Remember that.
You can look at it while it's in my possession.
As soon as you mentioned that you brought a piece back, she gains an immediate amount of interest, and because she happens to be right by Villy, and Gray, you and Beestje are on the opposite side of the room.
Yeah.
So are you going to reapproach? Are you going to walk?
Yeah, I'm gonna start walk
Well,
back towards
I'm
her.
still standing on the wooden floorboard, so
Oh,
death
that's
is
right.
imminent for me.
Yeah, he's stuck.
Right. So
I just like scream at the infernal thing, whatever she's called. Like, everyone slow down. First
You
of
release Beestje before you can take a look at it. Then you can
First of
see
all,
it.
who the hell are you? And then
give me the
instead
head,
of-
and I'll release your bug friend.
Instead of hell, I say like a Thrycreen swear word.
Okay. A
You say give
buzzing.
me the head and you'll release him. Would you compromise to be able to analyze the head while it's still in my possession?
She reaches back and pushes the lever on the wall to halfway and says, "I could just kill you all now."
I thought we
Pull
just
up my
talked about
longbow
cutting the
and-
shit.
And I tell her, try me.
We just heard from Rigash's contacts that possibly these gnomes, if whoever has this, is probably in danger. The gnomes come right after any pieces that they keep. So if you keep this, you would probably be in danger. I need to take you back to figure out what this knows about my family.
Roll a persuasion check.
What?
Damn it, my first roll under a 10.
She rolled a
that's
nat 20, by the way.
Fuck! That is going to be a... It's still a 15, but I'd imagine that doesn't beat a nat 20.
She says, "Nah. Let's see if you survive." Click. And
What?
and you hear a series of through the entire ceiling. Everyone roll 3 dexterity saves.
Can I cast Dimension Door out of the building real quick?
Yes.
I'll do that.
Can I cast Thunderstep and take Paladoon out of the building?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
No, don't say that for yourself because I
can take somebody.
I just rolled
I
a
can take
19
somebody with me.
and 2 artificial 20s.
I didn't know that, so I just...
All right,
I'd imagine.
spellcasting.
17 and 23.
Spellcasting, I rolled a 14 for spellcasting the
Okay.
Dimension Door.
What do you want me to do? Just roll initiative with the traps or something to figure out if I can Thunderstep before them?
No,
Or you just gonna let me do
Thunderstep
that?
is an instant cast, right?
Yeah, and I can take... Wait, can I do Dimension Door with somebody? I think I can do it with somebody willing.
Who's right next to me, by the way?
Oh wait, Thunderstep is less, so yeah, I'll Thunderstep.
Villia's right next to you. Paladoon's
Oh wait, no,
right
I have
next
the
to
Dimension
you.
Door because it doesn't do damage.
And
No, okay. Here's what I
I'm already
am
out of the
sorry.
way.
I'm so sorry.
I'll take Paladoon with me in the Dimension Door.
Okay.
I think that was my reaction, because Paladoon, we got a history. But, I mean...
So both of you grab Paladoon and each take a half of him. and-
He's my friend! He's my friend!
Mine!
Uh,
Don't fight him.
Actually, Beestje, Rigash
I
is
dodged the things that are coming out of the ceiling or whatever, because I rolled as well as I probably could.
Rigash is actually right next to you and is the one that warned you that you stepped on something. So
All right, I'll take Rigash. Yeah.
okay, so
Thanks, Rigash.
so
I already moved.
so Beestje and actually Rigash, you didn't make all 3 of them, but Beestje grabs Rigash and disappears, just kind of like slides between the air.
Thunderstep with careful spell, only protecting my allies, not protecting her.
Okay.
Not necessarily aiming for her or anything, but if she is in the
She is
radius.
within the
Oh,
radius.
she's within range.
Yeah.
The entire room
Can I
is
use a
within the radius,
reaction?
actually. Villy grabs Paladoon and boom! The entire temple shakes as barrels of iron tillings just come craning down all over the room, crushing itself on the floor. Gray, what did you roll?
Can I use a reaction, or do I have to
Yes,
roll?
you can use a reaction.
Then I'm gonna use a reaction and take her shadow. That's where I'm going.
To her shadow?
Yep.
Okay. So you wrap the dust around you and disappear and emerge from her shadow right next to the door where the barrel has already fallen, and she is standing. So she's in like the one safe spot in the whole room, and you come up right behind her, yes, you surprise her.
So
Also,
since
she
Get
is
it while
ma-
she's
I
not
surprised her, I'm gonna grapple her so she cannot move.
Make a strength check, please. Everyone.
DC 15 con saving throw for Thunderstep, either 17 or 8 damage, depending on if she saves or not.
She did not save. So 17 damage. And that's why she doesn't hear Gray at all. And Gray's able to avoid the effect of the Thunderstep, pops out of her shadow and is just like, hi, remember
I'm at
me?
6 rune. I'm at 6 rune charges now, by the way.
Okay.
And yeah, I got a 14 on the strength.
Excellent. You have successfully grappled her. Everyone
I just look.
everyone else pops back out outside, in the area where the traps have already been set off. So you show back up outside. All four of you are outside the front door.
Gray, everything all right?
Let me get it.
And so I
And-
hold her and I say, "What don't you understand about cut the shit?"
She looks at you. She looks at you and says, "What don't you understand about not welcome here?"
I'm letting them come back inside. You need to investigate what you can of this item, and then we need to get the hell out of here.
This item, yes. Where did this item go? Your friend conveniently disappeared.
They
I'm right
disappeared
here.
away. Can we
I
hear
say
her from
a
outside?
window.
Oh yeah,
I-
you can.
I-
Yeah.
I said
Here's-
they're outside. They're running from you.
Here's the window. I'm right here.
You guys are actually just a couple steps outside the door, so
Okay.
where the traps had already been set off.
You should stop being a dickhead, Bavalornia.
I second that.
Oh, wow! The bug hurt my feelings. Fine, why don't you come inside before you catch your deaths? I'll put some tea on.
I'm good.
And she and you see, and
Don't
through
push
the
it.
open door you see her going thump 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 down the.
I can really get it and stay out here if I wish to. I just need to get accustomed to the air.
Who are you again?
Me? I'm Rigash, the one who literally was who told you that your city is going to get destroyed if you don't get back there and get fights deal for round 2.
I'm sorry. I'm emotionally damaged. I was trying to do a bit. I shouldn't have done a bit. Thank you for telling me that.
So
You're welcome.
I wait for everybody to get in, and I apologize to the group. I'm sorry. We have a slight misunderstanding currently. We're working through it.
Seems we're all kind of fucked with wherever we are.
Yes.
So Rigash, you're not gonna go inside?
Oh, no worries.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
fine.
Just let me know if, or like if
You're
you see
staying
Helen
out?
come
Okay.
upstairs, you know. maybe
Okay.
come on in.
So you all follow Gray inside, and Gray is carefully checking for traps, and it seems the tiefling is like, I disarmed them all. Okay, come on. And then she disappears into almost like she just walks into the wall.
So everybody, come on, follow this way.
Do I really want to?
Yes, we do. We do. We want to get out of here, right?
Yes.
How are we gonna get out of here when we're like, I don't know, a third of the globe away from our destination?
We'll figure it out. That's magic, Beestje.
Okay.
There's stuff here that'll get us back.
Uh-huh.
And then I basically tell them, I hate to say it, but when the book wants us to get back, we'll get back.
What is you got like a sentient book here?
It's my master's book. I'm still learning things.
Your master's gone.
Yes,
Took
I
me
know.
200 years to figure out my fucking ring. Nilla, what are you doing in there?
Probably like waving books up. Woo,
Yeah.
Changing forms. Pzz, pzz, woo, woo.
Oh shit,
Little
Nilla,
disco
put your
ball
shirt
light.
on.
Whoa! Hey now,
Hey, she's known to drop it.
partying a little too hard. Oh yeah, that one time.
Yeah, did you forget
She'll
about
pop-
Wild Beyond the Witchlight?
Yeah, I know
she'll
I
pop
didn't.
nude quick.
Bruh.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
Ilva's never gonna forget it.
so you all follow the tiefling inside. And
yeah.
Reluctantly, but yes.
I tie Yadviga's head tighter to my belt.
okay, you notice that she seems to be almost sleep. Almost, her face looks like she's almost asleep right now. And
She's warning her nation that you're with the Americans.
With the Americans.
Americans never.
Actually, Clickatat is in America, so she's more American than the rest of you are.
Where does my accent come from? My whole family does. You did it on our session 0, and you just kind of gave up on doing it. Every once in a while, I think about that.
Yeah,
just,
sorry.
Like, my whole family doesn't have the accent. It's funny. No, it's fine. I don't care.
Make sure that Elra was traumatized from Well Beyond the Witchlight.
We're all traumatized. Your father's the DM.
Yes.
Very true.
I create as much trauma as I possibly can in the name of story.
Still so funny to me that this was
I
supposed
know
to be my
that
chill,
Ilra
funny
as a
character.
is traumatized.
Your chill character?
This was supposed to, not my chill character. This was supposed to be my funny, lighthearted character who was just kind of go with the flow, and then
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, you saw this.
amen.
I apologize for
my
that.
city. You destroyed my no, because it's the best
Make
story I've ever told in D&D.
is
No apologies needed.
the merciless.
So you fall. So the tiefling disappears into a panel in the wall that leads to a secret staircase that goes down. It looks like the stones of this staircase have been worn over hundreds of years by thousands of different pairs of feet. So you can actually literally see where the ancient stone stairs have ruts in them, where the feet have worn them away over the ages. It winds down and around for a fair amount of time, becoming not really dusty and not cobwebby, but the feeling of age is really strong here, and it opens up into a large library-like gallery. And there are books and scrolls and clay tablets and all manner of cases and trophies of different sorts of exotic creatures. There's a lot.
Comment. I have that.
There's a full dragon skeleton hanging from the ceiling, with some parts of it having been replaced or showing or calling out, or like little arrows that show like hit here or hit here, like pointing out different places on that are like different weak points. You also see other taxidermied specimens of different monsters, like you see a displacer beast, and you see in one spectacular gilded case a scale from a Tarrasque.
You got quite the collection here,
spellbooks.
Gray.
I look for spell books.
Be careful touching anything. There's still traps.
Why?
But you can go ahead and look.
Can I take a look at some spell books?
Are there
Yeah.
any spell books here?
There's an entire section of spell books. There's an
Hell
entire
yeah.
section of magical tomes that are not spell books, but that are manuals on different schools of magic. Some of them are extremely old. Some of them are in clay tablet form. You feel like spots of magic around, just kind of like shining around the whole room, like they're calling over here and calling over here and calling over here. I mean, it's almost a confusing cacophony of items here. Paladoon, you feel coming from several of the display cases, just like resonating hardcore evil. But
I
seems
feel
like
that too.
But it seems like it. Yes, in Beestje. Sorry, I apologize. So those who can detect evil feel the presence of palpable, horrible, trapped evil. I mean, it's almost like imagine what the like the Ghostbusters containment unit would feel like to an empath, and that's what you feel here.
This place is a loot gold mine.
I was gonna ask.
This place is a prison for evil.
Oh. I mean, you have a Tarrasque scale as well.
But I have a question.
Yes.
Am I able to find a book on the history of the world?
Anyone who wants to search the library, roll me a perception check and tell me what you're looking for. Actually, make that an investigation check.
Investigation is intelligence, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, investigation or perception?
Investigation.
Investigation.
Unless you're
sure.
inspecting the specimen cases, in which case that would be a perception check.
Okay.
Would the Tarrasque scale count as perception?
Yes, because that's in a display case.
Got it.
That's a 5, so I'm gonna say
19.
I get distracted by the idea of Solaire being in danger and see nothing.
Yeah, you're looking through books, but you don't see anything that interests you really. What did you roll, Beestje?
19.
19. You're inspecting the Tarrasque scale, and the plaque upon it says that it was gathered about 600 years ago by Master Hu Si Huen. And it's dusty even inside the case, but you can still feel the kind of null magic field that it generates. Paladoon, what did you roll?
I rolled a 16 for my investigation check for a book on the history of the world.
For a book on the history of the world, you find an entire section of his an entire shelf, 8 shelves of history, and you find and you see and it has these ancient, the very bottom layer of it is just this pile of clay tablets that exude a celestial power.
Wow. Are there any trustworthy looking like textbooks or textbook equivalent in Draconic?
You see a book that has Paladine's own handwriting on it, on the spine.
All right. I go ahead and look. I go ahead and look on the tablet and any other along with any others with the.
Okay, so you start sitting down and reading. Beestje, are you going to start sitting down and reading as well, or?
No. Where's the tiefling girl? Where's she?
The tiefling girl is making tea you see that on a small blue metal stove that she's feeding paper into to heat.
Okay.
And she's ripping pages out of a book and shoving them in.
How far away is she?
She's in the center of the room, so she's she's within 50 feet.
All right. Yeah, I'll just walk towards her. Just want to greet her and get to know her.
I go over there too.
She says, pull up a pile of books, have a seat. For all the good it'll do you.
I just kind of want to talk to you.
Well, fine. You're here out of with no welcome, no announcement, never call, never write.
Hey, but we just came here by a book.
You're killing me here.
Hey, you're breaking my balls.
So
I just look at her and I said, go ahead and look at the head and see if you see any way we get out of here.
Well, where's this head? Where's this head that I'm not allowed to touch because it's tied to someone's belt? They don't want to show me.
You can touch it. It's just gonna remain in my hand.
She grabs the rope and tugs it close, and you have to. Whoa! She's not really trying to unseat you. Just come on,
okay.
I don't have enough here. So she pulls a pair of glasses that have several different lenses that are mounted to it, that can all go in go in place over front of it, and she puts it on her eyes, and she says, "Ooh, ooh, ooh! Oh my! Look at this. Have you seen this, Gray?"
Yeah. It's. I haven't got up close to it, but things are going down.
The ships were powered by infernal energy.
Yes.
And the gem.
Gray, when's the last time you saw an avatar gem?
Avatar gem.
Indeed, yes.
It's not a ruby?
Well, it looks like a ruby. It has,
That-
and she momentarily lifts up one of the lenses and says, "It has the chemical properties of a ruby, but click and then click and click and she says, yes, but that's definitely been formed by magical deposition."
There's no way that someone so weak had possession of an avatar gem.
I don't know. Have you seen the causality tie-in on the head of this person? I mean, hell, in this state, she's still alive.
She's still alive. Well, that's good to know. We have some
Of
questions
course.
for her.
Yeah, she's still in there.
Can you reanimate her?
Reanimate? Oh, there's no need. I mean, look at her.
I slap her.
You just the head kind of bobbles on and swings on the end of the rope.
Well, then how do you wake her up?
No, that's up to her.
Wake up!
She looks right, goes face to face with the Jadviga and says she has amazing concentration to be able to fake this well. And Jadviga's eyes pop open. And she says, "Oh, fine."
Well, there you are.
The background's messing with it. Well, fine. I was getting tired of not saying anything anyway.
Okay. Well.
Are people coming for Solaire? Or are they going to be coming to you?
The amount of time you've spent here, they've already made their strike.
Okay. Well.
Well, what are they going to do? You were looking for me.
Yes, and I still have you, don't I?
Looks more like I have you.
It's all a matter of perspective, daughter of time.
Yes, daughter of time. Everybody knows it, apparently. Except for
Yeah,
me.
but do you know what it means?
No.
Of course
Tell
not.
me.
Oh, it's
studying
not my
chronomancy.
place to tell you.
What am I supposed to do? Give my blood to 8-year-old Mitt?
Give me your blood. I can make much better use of it.
How?
Well, why don't you take me home and I'll show you?
Why don't you tell me? looks
That
like
would
I'm
be
in a strong
telling.
position.
No spoilers.
You're an asshole.
Oh, and well, you know, and
You don't even
and,
have an asshole.
you know, exactly. I got rid of my asshole years ago.
Okay. Well.
I whisper over to Gin and be like, "Hey, does she look like she's been where they put you?"
Gwyn looks at you and says, "No, but that gem, that avatar gem, that's at least resonant. It's not exactly it, but it's got the resonance."
My friend has seen it before. Another version of this Jadviga, the Jadviga that apparently you tortured. She said that she saw it, or she took it out of a statue or something.
Yes,
And
the
it
statue
ignited
of
Grumsh.
Grumsh.
That was what caused the apocalypse in my world.
Ooh, and give me a little bit of time. I'm still working on it.
I am daughter of time.
Yes, daughter of time. Why do you think
So
I
why were
need
you after me?
you?
Does it have to do with the time business, or is it this? And I like show my runes. What is it? What do you want?
You and the little the two little red lights on the side of her eye seem to reach out and kind of kind of scan you and says, "Yes, there's the residence I need."
So it is the runes.
No, runes? I don't care about your runes. I care about where you're from.
Time-wise.
But that would be spoilers. Ha 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 ha.
Oh my god.
And she goes dormant.
Fuck you! I put her back on my belt.
Gwyn meanwhile has the glasses on. She says, "Boy, you know how to pick 'em, Gray." She sits back and grabs her teacup and pours herself
You
a cup
say
of
that
tea.
like any of us had any choice of running into each other.
Yeah, Vega's like Mimir. If anyone gets that reference.
Yes, yeah. That's what I first said when I was hoping for a Mimir when I did this.
I asked Philly, why are we still keeping her alive?
Because she might know more, and if the thing is, you got, and I kind of look at the tiefling, and then I look at them and I say, "You saw my sisters."
Yeah,
And-
basically clones of you.
Yes. Yes. I mean, no, but yes. Basically.
Oh, so you're confirming my...
Well, they're not clones. That's not what they are, but they're similar enough to me that anything I tell you about me, I'm also telling you about them. So you can understand my reservations about sharing these things with you. But at this point, fuck it. These aren't tattoos. The ones that glow. I was born with them. And I point to the
Whoa.
rune markings on. But they're unique. I've never met anybody else with them. And apparently, I was never told exactly why, but they're dangerous to have. And I needed to know from Jadwiga if she was after me because I'm from a different time, or if she was after me because of this power. Because you've seen my sisters. They have it too, and I need to know if she's after the power, because then my sisters are in danger. If she's after just me, obviously I can fight her. There's just different ways to do it, and there's different things I need to know.
Gwyn leans forward and says, "These sisters of yours, are they rune children too?"
Did I say that I was a rune child, or did she just ask that?
She just
can't remember.
asked. She just asked.
She just asked that.
You know what it is.
Well, of course I know what it is.
Have you ever met another one?
Well, I haven't, but I've read about plenty of them. And she puts her teacup down and begins walking sideways up the side of the library. Walks under the balcony, up over the rail, up to the second level, and pulls a book out. And begins walking down as she starts leafing through it to find a page. She's like, "So the question is, are you a constructed rune child or are you a natural rune child? Because those are extremely rare." And she she walks back down the side and comes back down and sits it down and flops the book down on the table.
Excuse me, sir, how much is rent in LA?
I've been assuming for the past 2 years that I was a construct. I've been told as much, but I don't know for sure. I do know my sisters are constructs. They were created that way just because it was easier to have. Long story.
Well,
But-
rune children actually appear all over the planet at random. It's said that the power of of natural rune children comes from being marked by marks of the divine tone, and that's the key. That's the key to unlocking the magical weave. But it turns out that Zoroaster the Great was able to actually engineer a way to produce the divine tone, to imprint it upon either a homunculus or a golem or a fetus. But it's an extremely advanced technique, and only a few civilizations over history have actually managed to achieve it.
Can I see that book?
It's right here, and she turns around and pushes it over to you. The book smells of incredible age, and you see right there on and leafing over several pages, you see detailed instructions on how to harness the divine originating tones of creation to imprint different runes upon a creature.
Is there any way that you could tell if I was a construct or a natural rune child?
Well, it really doesn't matter. Once you've got them, you got them.
Oh, okay.
Someone's the main character.
It's just we've got some time business we're facing, and I think it has a lot to do with the differences between the two timelines. And if I was indeed a natural rune child and not a construct, that would be one of the significant differences that perhaps could avert apocalypse.
So these sisters, they're just like you?
In a lot of ways, yeah.
But she flips up a couple of the filters, and she says, "But you're not from around here, are you?"
Not exactly.
Yeah, it's that combination. I imagine you said that your sisters they're exactly like you, like every single rune, everything on you, they're exactly the same?
Are they?
You've never really looked. You've never invaded
always
their
thought they were
you
different.
were always like, I'm not going to invade their privacy by inspecting them.
We have a sort of connection beyond sisters, but at the same time, I feel like it's more than nurture, that we are just different people.
Well, beings who have resonant energies are typically able to communicate. That's how many monsters communicate, and members of the hive communicate over such long distances, is by activating resonances within the ley field.
Fascinating.
Yeah, I thought you said you were a wizard. Don't you understand all this stuff, or?
I mean, I'm only a little bit of a wizard. I've only been studying for a couple.
Oh, you poor dear. You haven't studied yet.
I've studied quite a bit. I just wasn't allowed to study all the books until much later. But I also spent a lot of time trying to figure out this sorcery. If I didn't have it, I'd probably be a super high level wizard at this point, but...
Oh, of course. We all would, dear. No worries. You'll get there eventually. And then she taps your hand. She says, "Now, Gray, what do I get out of this? What have you brought? What do we get to keep the gem?"
That's probably not a thing, but here, hold on. Let me look in my bag. I'd
Is
like
there a way
to
to
keep
destroy
the
the gem? I asked.
What's this person's name again? I forget.
Gwyn.
When?
Hey Gwyn, you ever had some amber honey from the Dark Hive?
I've read
That's
about
sweet.
it.
You could get some of this. I mean, I got a lot on me.
Really?
Yeah.
So, what do you want for it?
Just some thanks. You said what are you getting out of this, and I could say just amber honey. So.
Sure. Lay it on me.
All right. I hand her. How many do you want? Like, I can give you like 5, 10, maybe.
As you put them as you count them out into her hand, she's like, ooh, ooh, this is gonna make some great mead.
Right? Yeah. Save one for a specimen too.
Says, I don't know. We've got a few in a cabinet and she just kind of like points behind her, like she knows exactly where it is and where she is in the room. We've got a few old ones in the cabinet up there, but they're a couple thousand years old, so they're a little gamey. These are nice and fresh.
Right?
I give her one of the crystal glass ships that I got with the writing on.
Ooh.
And I say, here's a little puzzle for you.
She looks at it and she's like,
I know you love puzzles and research.
oh, this is amazing. This will last me this will take me at least a good year to research and document all these parts. Wow. Smell that fresh Dwemer glass.
So, these are as thanks for you to, not kill us,
I'll remember you. You're welcome here anytime, Bugman.
Hooray!
Unlike
Thank you.
Gray, that if you show up again, I can't help it if the traps kill you.
We
Let's go
really
against
got to
Gray.
figure this thing out.
Gray's going soft
My-
is the problem.
Thanks.
Can I roll for
what's your name
sexual
again?
tension?
For what? For sexual
tension.
Sure, go for it.
Excuse me.
That's a 14 on the die.
She takes a look and eyes you appreciatively and says, "And you're welcome back here any too, sorcerer, rune child,
And wizard.
and wizard."
I ask her, hey, is it okay if I come back here sometime in order to go ahead and learn more about I'll learn more about this world. I'm kind of new to I'm kind of new to this place.
She looks at you and says, "Well, since this is the second time you've invaded the place, I might as well just give you the friggin' keys, shouldn't I?" Seriously, Gray, why do you keep bringing?
I'm okay with that.
And obvious. I mean, look at his color. This is one of the dragons people. What are you doing,
can't
allowing
just
the dragons to
point out
see down in the
people's
delve,
color.
Gray?
I
I'm
did
actually
not
not on this
allow
world.
anything.
I go ahead and lift up my visor to go ahead and show her that I do indeed have a short snout and not a long one.
She's not looking at you. She's looking at Gray. She's like, "So what are you doing, bringing one of the dragons down here, Gray? Now they're all now what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen if Maynard just decides to fall on top of us here?"
It's fine. It's fine. The world is in a lot of peril, and these people are involved in it. And the book obviously sent me here for a reason.
The book. Where is the book? This is the second.
Again.
So
Don't
yeah,
know.
exactly. You show up without the book twice in a row, claiming to be the Grand Master, but without the book. Are you really the Grand Master, Gray?
Well, it's about time that you figure out that I am, and you're the keeper of this place.
Exactly. That's why I have to challenge any Grand Master who doesn't have the book. So
Well,
I'm
once
gonna tell you something, Gray. You show up here again without the book, and the gloves are off.
Okay. It'll be go time.
But if you want my cooperation, you bring the book back here where it belongs. And maybe then I'll let you down into the catacombs to see the thing that you're looking for.
Gray, maybe if Seamus and Elspeth could have a way for you to get down here without the book. If you did really have an interest in bringing it back here.
Sorry, sorcerer. You can't find the sanctuary by magical means. That's what all the flags are about out there.
My name is Billy.
Ooh, I like that name, Billy.
I like it too.
And you too, Bugman. You're welcome here anytime.
Have-
I like it.
Oh, thank you.
I like the artistic decoration you've done to your carapace. It really it's in the latest style, and it's just
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
and you dragon boy and you kobold. Holy cow! What happened to your face?
I was born like that. Due to time travel and stuff.
You could just say that about someone's face.
But his face.
His face is
No
a
wonder you
paladin's
wear a
face.
helmet.
That's so unkind.
Well, I'm not the
Oh,
one
you
who.
know, this
I,
is a
I've
paladin
known a lot of.
Paladoon
I've known a
who's
lot of
saved my
pretty
life many
kobolds.
times.
I've known a lot of pretty kobolds, and holy cow!
Paladin,
I,
I think you're beautiful. Just don't listen. I cast silence on Paladin. Just kidding, I don't have that spell.
Rigash, what are you doing?
She's outside.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I guess she did go outside, didn't she? She's certainly not
She never
there.
stayed in. She wanted to get
Can we
a
take a
moment.
break sometime soon? I realized I forgot to feed my dog.
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh
take a break.
yeah.
Yeah, now would be a good time to take a break
Intermission.
actually. So y'all
Right.
can think of any last things that you want to do while you're here, and then y'all can start trying to find a way home. So
I fucking love Gwen. I didn't